Senator Ned Nwoko. I represent the good people of Delta North, Delta State. Mr. President, I rise to move the motion for the restoration of Aniocha North to State Constituency pursuant to Supreme Court judgment. The Senate notes that in 2014, the people of Idumujono, Idumuchuboko, Okunzu, Uboba, Idumuogo, Ubodu, Ubulu-Uku, Anioma, I'm sure that sounds familiar, Ogodo towns in Aniocha North local government area of Delta State initiated a legal action at the Federal High Court, Asaba, seeking the restoration of the Aniocha North 2 State Constituency. Also notes that although the Federal High Court dismissed the originating summons, the Court of Appeal, Benin Division, on the 22nd of November 2017, delivered judgment in favor of the people, ordering the restoration of Aniocha North 2 State Constituency and directing the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to conduct election in the constituency. Aware that INEC filed an application for leave to appeal the judgment of the Court of Appeal at the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court, in its ruling of November 29th, 2019, dismissed the application, thereby affirming the judgment of the Court of Appeal as final, binding, and legally non-appealable. Recognizes that INEC, in compliance with the judgment, convened a meeting with the stakeholders of the constituency on 19th of November 2020, pledging to implement the court's directive. Subsequently, INEC submitted a comprehensive report to the National Assembly for consideration in line with Section 115 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, concerned that despite INEC having concluded all processes for the restoration of the constituency and reminding the National Assembly of the matter through a court letter dated 17 December 2020, further action has not been taken to facilitate the restoration of the constituency, and disturbed that the delay in implementing the Supreme Court judgment undermines the rule of law, disenfranchising the people of the affected towns, and also denying them proper representation in the Delta State House of Assembly. Accordingly, resolves to approve the restoration of the constituency as ordered by the Supreme Court. 2, approve the Independent National Electoral Commission, that the Independent National Electoral Commission complies with this resolution by ensuring that the restoration of Aniocha constituency, Delta State, takes effect in next State House of Assembly election after the current life of Delta State House of Assembly, in compliance with Section 115 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended. Seek the concurrence of the House of Representatives in line with Section 115 of the Constitution. I so move, Mr. President. Thank you.
So this is Senator Ned Nwoko. Everyone would know him as the husband of that Nollywood actress lady, Regina. That's her name, Regina Nwoko. Regina Daniels, I think that's her name, yes. But anyway, the crux of the matter here is that he's raised the motion for the restoration of a state constituency that was approved, that the Supreme Court gave a ruling to have been restored in 2019. But in 2017, it was initially in the appeals court, was approved for the restoration, and then it was also mandated for INEC to actually carry out election during that period. But INEC did not do what they were meant to do. So one of the main reasons why I am talking about this is about representation in government. If you listen to what Senator Ned talked about, he talked about the disenfranchisement of those people of the Aniocha North Aniocha North constituency 2 And it's a very large group of people, to be fair. I'm just going to find a way to read the names out. So the Aniocha North 2 constituency comprises of Idumuje, excuse me if I don't get the names right. Idumuje Uno, Idumuje Ugboko, Udum in Unu Uzu, Ugbokba, Idumogo, Ugbodu, Ubulub, Anioma, and Ogodo clans in Anioma North local government area of the other state. So there's a lot clan of people together to make this particular um, constituency. But the other part of the conversation is, if you remember, he's been proposing the creation of new state in Delta State, and it's called that the Anioma State. But obviously, a lot of people have criticized that our problem is not creation of new state. Our problem is managing what we currently have at the moment and making sure Nigeria works. But you see, what Ned Nwoko talked about is about the creation of this particular constituency. This state constituency. Now, remember, this is a state constituency. So, and he's also said that the proposition is that once this is restored, once the state constituency is restored, then we have to mandate the fact that during the next election, they would have representation for local government chairman in the House of Reps and stuff like that. And so that the people of that particular local constituency or state constituency would not be disenfranchised. Now, the main reason for I said again for reading this is because of what has happened to Natasha Akpoti today or recent weeks. And by suspending her, you're not punishing Natasha Akpoti. That's why the Constitution doesn't support it. That's why it is illegal as per legal luminaries, the likes of Chidi Onukalu and Femi Falana and a few others, who've come to criticize that suspension. And based on legal rulings and precedents, it's also shown that you cannot suspend a sitting senator. You might want to take the sitting senator as part of the punishment out of committees. But when it comes to representing the people, you cannot suspend a sitting senator. It's actually illegal because you're not really punishing the senator, you're punishing its people, or the senator's people, rather. So that's why it is illegal. So when you hear people say it's illegal to have suspended Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, they're not just talking about her being punished. You're talking about telling a constituency that they don't have a legal representation in Nigeria. So you can see now in this proposition where they're making proposals for things that affect each of their local constituency. And in his own case, Delta North, where he's representing, I'm talking about Ned Nwoko right now, he's representing Delta North. So you taking Nwoko out of Delta North and suspending him, the people will not have the right to have another local state constituency that is being proposed right now by this same gentleman here. This is why the idea of suspension has unanimously been ruled against by the court to say it's illegal. So before you say, oh, she deserves what she's getting, she should follow the committee rules and all of that, these are just rules. You cannot say your guidelines trances the Constitution. You can write guidelines on as to how you conduct your affairs, but the guidelines of your conduct does not truncate or trump the Constitution. The Constitution supersedes anything else. The Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended trumps anything else, no matter what the guideline is. A guideline is just how you do your work. So when you propose something like that and it's been ruled as unlawful, the next thing you need to do is to propose to say, okay, the court has ruled that this is unlawful. We need to strike that out of our guidelines because it's now been shown that we cannot suspend a colleague of ours. Because if we do that, it means that other Nigerians don't have equal rights for that period for which that senator is suspended. And in this case, Natasha Akpoti is suspended. It means that the people of Kogi Central would not have equal right as every other Nigerian in the Senate. That's why it's illegal. So before you feel like she deserves it, you have to also first of all remember it's what the Constitution says. And I think the leaders of the Nigerian Senate have used that harm of their guidelines as a way to strong arm other people who they think might rebel. And in this case, Natasha Akpoti. Please let us know what your thought is. Let me know what you think about this new creation of a new state by Ned Nwoko, and also what you still think about the suspension of Natasha Akpoti. Do you still agree with it? Seeing the fact that from what Ned Nwoko said, this is disenfranchisement of the people of Anioma North or Delta North, as the case is. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and keep your comment coming. Plus, please share this content to others. Subscribe so that we can get more people to deliver the kind of change that we want to see or affect come 2027. Thank you. God bless you. Bye bye for now.